Hi, my name is Sunshine Levin, and I'm a Senior Product Analyst at Silverpop. Today, I'm here to tell you about 3 query upgrades you should check out now that you have Engage 8.8. I'd like to start by asking a question. Which tool do you use in Engage for segmenting your contacts? If you still use the classic query builder, I hope something you see makes you visit or revisit the query builder. If you already use the query builder, I hope something you see helps you take things further. Today I'm going to talk about our enhancements to the segmentation feature, the new behavior that we added, and some ordering changes that we made. So let's get started with segmentation. Why are you going to love this change? If you're onboarding and you're in the midst of whitelisting, you have to do segmentation. If you're doing A/B testing, not the automated kind, you want to leverage A/B testing with your content, then you have to do segmentation. If you're sampling contacts in your Engage database and your queries, you have to do segmentation. Engage has offered sampling via the segmentation feature for as long as I can remember, but prior to 8.8, you could only do segmentation with classic queries and databases. Now you can leverage segmentation for queries too, and have them automatically generate queries that reference the resulting segments. For example, if you segment 3 groups, it generates 4 queries, 1 for each segment and 1 for the remainder segment. As an extra bonus, you can also run segmentation against databases and choose whether to have a classic query or a query automatically generated for each resulting segment during step 2 of the process. Now let's talk about the new behavior. You're going to love this because Engage's custom web tracked events aren't just for scoring and entering contacts into programs anymore. If you haven't looked into web tracking, consider taking a look at what it could do for your organization. If you do use web tracking for submissions of your mortgage calculator, views of a video of your website, or numerous other actions, you can now use custom web tracked events to segment and send via queries, to display custom content via dynamic content, and to route contacts through nurture campaigns via program queries. To make things even swankier, you can build criteria that look for a custom event with a friendly name that you specify, or for any friendly name associated with that custom event. And finally, let's look at the ordering changes that we made for behavior groups and profile operators. You told us that finding operators when building profile criteria could be a challenge, making query building a longer, more laborious process than it needed to be. You'll love this because we listened and made some changes, and now we're ready to save you some time and effort. First of all, we changed the order of the behavior groups so that they better fit how you think and work, alphabetically, according to our research. We also made changes to the profile operators after doing more research on ordering that better fits how you think and work. For example, take a look at the old placement of is equal to, one of the most commonly used operators. With 8.8, it is now at the top, and you'll also see that it's grouped with other like operators. We did the same thing with the entire list of operators. So remember, if you saw anything that you're interested in learning more about, there are a number of ways to take a closer look. If clicking around within Engage doesn't get you where you want to be, refer to our Engage 8.8 release notes, our online help, and our web-based training options. Thanks for joining me for this quick overview. Happy marketing.